Mr. Jen, we're gonna call the
I'm
meeting to
sorry.
order. That's okay.
Yes, sir.
Call the meeting to order.
You go right to.
Judicial Committee today. The first thing on the agenda is the minutes, approving the minutes. You have a copy in front of you.
The only thing I see on here is Brett Rozell's last name is misspelled. I don't know if that matters or
How's it spelled?
not. It's Rozell.
Okay,
According to our board's list,
okay. What did I spell it like? Pete
R-
Rozelle used to be the football coach?
Rosellele.
Oh, okay. No, I wasn't even close.
Okay.
I'll fix that.
Okay, we make a motion to change that. Blake,
How are we
I'll
spelling
make a
it
motion
again?
to make that
I'll
change.
second.
R-O-Z what?
E-L-L.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we adjusted the minutes. Now we need a motion to approve them as.
Motion approved with the
Second.
correction.
Any other comments on them? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
Hang on a
public
second.
comment.
Y'all moving quick.
Okay, public comment.
Who made the
I
motion and
see
second?
nobody here
Mike.
unless
Mike made a
Beth
motion
wants
and I
to
made a
talk.
second.
Anybody for public comment? I hear nothing. So we'll go to the main reason we're here. The clerk and master, Miss Millie Sloan, is going to tell us what's this all about. She was appointed by Chancellor C.K. Smith back in 2020, and she is the person we need to listen to. Go ahead.
Thank you. It was brought to our attention when Furman Pride did our exit that there was a few things they were, I guess, concerned with and asked that we get approval from you guys to get it taken off. We've got out of the 4, we've got 2 corrected. The other 2 are at the bottom here for $57.75. And then the other charge would be $34.
Okay.
And they've just asked that we get it approved to correct that.
Okay, what is exactly we're correcting? One is a check, right?
One is an overpayment of a check.
An overpayment, okay.
Yes, and then the other one is, it appears, I guess, that when the conversion, they're talking about, I guess, when we went from one software over to Tensis, something didn't
Didn't jive.
jive. So these are things that were back in 73, 2006, 2011.
Yeah, I see that.
And I questioned you, I was asking you about
Okay.
why wasn't this even caught before now?
Yeah,
You know, because as of August, I'll be here 3 years.
2010.
Yeah, and this is the first time this has been brought to my attention.
okay, so when
50
you
years
correct these,
Yeah,
they will make the journal correct. correct?
Right,
And
right,
the 2 you've corrected in-house, correct?
right.
50 years.
We have to get it approved by you guys, and I guess
Then it'll have to
then
go,
local government will go in
then
and,
it'll go to the commission for approval, final
Right.
approval.
yes.
Now, is this a resolution, Mike, that we need?
Well, I was gonna ask Billy what she needed. I know you say on here finance committee, but you really wanna go to the budget committee from here, I guess.
Right.
And then, but do you need a resolution from the county commission, or will that be enough? Did Furman tell you?
He did not tell us.
If you don't mind asking him, we can approve it here and approve it in the budget. If he needs a resolution, I'll get you one,
Okay.
but if he doesn't.
Probably.
yeah, I think, Mr. Chairman, I think LeBronny probably can
Oh, I'm
shed some
sorry.
light on that.
It just needs to
Never
be,
been this close.
once you vote on it, budget votes on it, it just needs to be read into your county commission minutes.
Read into the minutes,
Read
but
into.
not a
But
resolution.
read into the record on the commission,
Okay.
correct?
Yes, sir.
And who's gonna read that? Are you gonna read it? Is Ms.
Am I
Sloan
supposed to
gonna?
do that, or?
Probably Aaron would, I would think.
Aaron could read it,
Not
I
I.
could read it, whoever.
Aaron ain't here, we'll just appoint him to do it.
Yeah, hang it on there.
Or you can read it if you like to, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, come on to the county commission meeting, Millie.
They're fun.
And Mike, why don't you determine who's gonna read it, okay?
I don't
Mike
care, I'll
Harvey?
read it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to make a motion to approve these 4 journal entry corrections.
Second.
Second.
Any other discussion on it?
I'd just like to say, Millie, you know, I like audit findings. I'm weird, I guess. I do. I don't mind an audit finding because it shows that, one, we're human and we do make mistakes. And when I see audit finding, or no audit finding year after year after year, I start to wonder, That's not possible. Somewhere, somebody has to make a mistake.
Yeah.
But why they waited this long, but
Yeah, to tell
It
me
almost
that.
so
seems
Vanya
like
probably
they
doesn't
don't-
agree with me, but,
It almost seems like they're not looking closely enough.
Yeah, my
They've
guess,
been
you know-
this long without finding them.
yeah, well, my guess is, because what they do, auditors pull samples,
Oh, yeah.
so my guess is these particular cases had never actually been pulled in a sample before, so when they pulled the sample this year, they came up.
Okay.
So,
I'm good.
It's true.
Probably so. You gotta dig deep to find March 2010.
Yeah.
right, yeah, well, in
It's
1973.
at 1973.
Yeah.
Okay, ready to vote?
So-
All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed?
Don't mind bringing it up
Thank
to
you very
budget.
much.
Yeah, they'll get the same.
Okay.
He's ready to explain.
Okay. Anything else, Mike, concerning this?
Not for me.
Okay, that's all we have to do with Ms. Sloan. Old business, I don't know of any old business we have. New business, I don't know of any new business.
I'll go ahead and bring it up.
Talk about the elephant in the room.
You know-
Just sitting there,
What new business?
complaints that are coming in.
So one thing really it would be old business, but we approved 2 commissioners.
We did, we were talking about that before you got here.
Okay, and we never,
And one has quit already.
correct, and I read his letter of resignation, and I think that's,
Was that the same one?
Mars.
yes,
Mars.
Okay.
yes. And it was,
He got accepted to the police academy, I understand.
but his letter was concerning. I mean, and I'm not saying it's true, I'm just saying his letter was concerning, but we never voted on Brett.
Right.
And
That
so,
needs to be on the August
We didn't vote in
county
the
commission
commission.
agenda.
correct.
And that was by design. That was
Why?
by design. Because the budget came up and everything came up, we were gonna wait till August for that. And I think that was, might be in the minutes even.
No, we weren't gonna vote in June
June.
on it, because it was too close to, we met the day of the
Right.
meeting.
You met about an hour before the meeting.
Right.
And then it was supposed to come up in July.
I thought it was 2, and then, but we were gonna, the only thing about August was, I had asked that we move the appointments from June to August, just in general, that way we didn't have to deal with appointments on top of budget in June. So that's how August came up.
That's right. Came
But-
up
If
in
that's the case,
Yeah,
I
it
don't-
came up that August would be the month we approved. I don't see that in the minutes, actually, but I think
if
that.
it's not in the minutes, it didn't happen.
Well, it was supposed to be the way the appointment was done, so it wasn't necessarily that they were reappointed in August this year, it was that they were appointed until August of 2024.
Right.
Does that make sense? That way they
Yeah,
were
we changed it to appointment
for
August
appointment again in June, so we
2024.
should-
Not real
That
sure
was
why
all.
we're bringing them up 2 months in advance.
Yeah, that's why,
So-
that's why we're waiting till August to do it, because they're gonna be in August 2024.
Well-
So they wouldn't interrupt with the budget at all.
I think though that they were actually up for reappointment in June. So I think that that's when their term was up in June.
And what extension period do they have?
They hold over
It
They
says
hold
it-
over until
Yeah.
they're
Reelected or
reappointed.
replaced.
Or
Right.
denied reappointment.
Well, it
Yeah.
says expiring August 31st. Oh, no, that would be the new appointment.
That was the new
August.
appointment. That was why.
That's why.
Does that, yeah.
Okay.
And it really doesn't matter because they're carryover anyway, but
Right.
if we really needed to do that in July, though,
Yeah, I think you're
Not
probably right.
necessarily. Well, we've
Well,
always
you got
said
an
if you don't, if you
It
don't
is what it
appoint them,
is, so.
got an opening
they
now.
carry over until you either appoint them or they lose appointment.
So now with this August of 24, will that change to September of 24 with a carryover?
I wouldn't think so. I mean,
No.
like
Motion
I
is
said, the
to
whole
end
point
in
of August
August.
was to make it so we didn't have to do appointments in June on top of budget. Because
Okay.
it's usually a pretty big meeting to begin with. So we didn't have the
That-
issue at the
that's
same
why we
time.
did
So
it
that
that
was
way.
the
No, it's
thought
not like
behind
you.
it.
You voted that night, she
But-
sat right here and we said, you can't bring it up tonight. And she said, I'll bring it up in July. And if y'all did something after that, outside the meeting, but that night when she left here.
It was supposed to be done in
It
July.
was supposed to have been done in July.
Right. No, I'm talking about why we reappointed them until August 31st, 2024, and not
That's why the date's
one
in
year.
here.
I got that.
Does that
Yeah,
make
that-
sense?
That,
It should have been done in July, but.
but two different things.
but it
I'm
got-
good.
Yeah,
with
it is two
How
different
So
long?
things.
what is the actual term for this person?
1 year.
1 year,
No, when does it end?
Well,
August of
It should be
2024.
August 31st, 2024.
When
Now.
does it end now?
right now. I thought it ended in June.
It
And
ended,
if you
but
reappointed for a year, it'll end in June of 2024.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be.
See,
That
that's
was
where we're getting screwed up. She brings these things in here early,
right.
and
See,
it
I
doesn't
don't think
extend
these
the
were-
term. It
Right,
does
no,
not.
I understand, but I don't think
but
that
I
that
think
was the
we
point.
voted to
with-
extend the term
Right.
You did
to
not.
August 2024.
You did
Yes,
not.
we did. It's
We
in there
did. It's in the
specifically. We had a
minutes.
big conversation
Yeah, it's
about
in
it.
the
That was a
And
big
it was,
conversation.
again, we decided we were going to do a year,
So it wouldn't
but
come up
it would actually
in
be,
budget time.
what,
It's
14 months, I
technically a
guess, this
13
time
or a
around?
14
Yeah,
month
13 or
term.
14
Well,
months.
let me again, I'm not trying to be argumentative, but if the term that they're in right now expired June 30, and I think that's what y'all are telling me.
I think that might be correct.
All right, then it
she's not
says
here to
made
be
a
able to
motion
tell
to
us, so-
reappoint, Blake did, for a one-year term to expire on August 31. Those are inconsistent.
August 31.
Okay.
If the new term begins July
2024.
1, it begins June 30.
Okay.
But
then
now
we
it's
should
gonna
have-
hold over, it's not gonna
Yes,
make
we
any
just need to
difference.
change it
Yeah.
to June
Right.
30th.
Okay.
But right now, that, based on what y'all did, would expire
So it's gonna be a
August
10-month
31.
contract once we
Yeah.
actually get
Right,
in.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So
Is
in
it
this
still-
next meeting, we'll vote for this.
But we've got to
For
change it to
Commissioner
June
Hall.
30th, correct?
Okay.
No, no, they just
We
held
can,
over
we can,
now.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Now, question
Probably
though.
works itself out.
Yeah.
Right.
So that means they're up again in June. We can't, because like I said, the intent was to move them to August, so that way we didn't have to deal with doing this as well as budget
Yes,
at the
we'll do it.
same time.
That'll
Okay,
do it,
so
right?
this will,
We'll do it.
okay, so
That's
this,
what I
what we're
thought.
That's why I
talking.
just told Jeremy.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
just
like
wanted
it's
to
gonna
make
work
sure that
itself
we're,
out.
It's gonna work
okay,
itself
that it was the
Yeah.
same. That's
Thank you.
fine.
Okay.
If we could push
You
them
will
all
sign.
to that
Okay.
time, it'd be great,
Okay.
better.
Right.
Well, we discussed
Yeah, I
it,
just
that's
did
why
want
we
to
made
do
that
June.
motion.
Yeah,
We discussed it there.
that was all.
Okay, that's gonna happen in August when we do that one.
So, but you got,
Okay.
just got one, Brett.
Got
Roselle.
one, we don't have the other one, the other
Right.
one quit.
Okay.
Right.
And the other one, I understand, got his assignment with, was it the
Oh, he's resigned.
state police or what? I don't know where it was.
I don't know where he went.
But he went to police academy and, but he's not gonna be there. Okay, any other old business? then?
He's in mine.
Okay? Make a motion to adjourn?
Well, this new business though,
Oh,
we have a
good.
complaint that's been filed.
Well, I don't
And-
think anybody's had a chance to look at this
I'm-
complaint.
I understand that, but we have a set of rules that we're supposed to follow, and we have so many days to meet again
And
to
we'll-
discuss this, and and John, I understand what you're saying, but it's here now, and we all got it. We all are
We
noticed.
haven't been able to read it,
I-
all I'm saying is,
Yeah.
so I don't.
It's
I
not
haven't-
on the agenda. You
It's
can't
not
do
on the
anything.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah,
not
I
saying do
didn't
anything
think
with
we
it,
could
but we could sure
You can talk about it.
discuss it.
Talk it out, new business.
And the rules that are in place give us so many days before we're supposed to meet
And we
to
will
discuss
meet.
this.
We will meet.
And I just, and in here, I just flipped through it, is Mr. Marr's resignation. Why it's in here, I don't know. But that's concerning. So I think there's a lot of things
Today.
that are here. And you know, we're all on notice. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the words written in here were
Retaliation.
possible, some civil rights, maybe,
Yeah.
even violations.
Well,
So,
the last time we had
retaliation
something
and
like
bullying
this,
is
we
listed
hired
out.
someone to
Well,
investigate.
I didn't receive this until after 2 o'clock today.
I didn't receive it
It's a
either.
31-page document.
I
I
just
haven't had an opportunity
walked in
to.
and it was handed to me, so.
Well, all
Well,
I'm
the
saying
Email
is,
that I got this morning actually says that it was sent to you and you and you at 6:36 or 6:56 this morning.
Correct,
Exactly.
but I work all day.
So I understand, but
And,
that's
and I'll tell you, I separate my business.
and I
So
understand. So okay, so you haven't had an
I
opportunity to
have
read
not
it
read it.
either. So I don't even want to discuss this until we've all
I
had an
don't either,
opportunity
and
to actually read the
procedurally, I think
document.
she incorrectly sent it to the wrong people. She should have sent it to maybe Mr. Jennings,
She
or
did send it to me.
HR,
Well, if
to
it's a complaint,
HR,
then it goes to
and
HR,
to
that's where I
me,
believe it was sent.
before it went anywhere else.
Yeah,
Remember the
it's an
one-
HR matter now.
It is an
I agree.
HR matter,
And she's gonna need to deal with that, and that's gonna be,
that's, and I'll
But I
tell you,
think in the,
there's a lot of legs to this thing going off in all different
But all I'm
directions.
in the
saying is
committee,
if
in
we're gonna
the
do
judicial
anything-
commissioners, it lays out, when a complaint's been filed, our duty as a committee.
we have to.
And it doesn't talk about HR. I don't believe, Mike.
I don't know, I hadn't looked at that now. I'd have to go back.
And we have so many days to have a meeting to
Yeah,
What is the rule on the days?
And it,
I don't know. I hadn't looked
I'm
at
I
it.
think it's a
Jim. I'm sorry.
reasonable
Trying
amount
to
of
find it. I
time
have. Hang on.
to address it, but we have to have a reasonable time to read it.
I agree, I'm not saying that, I'm just,
I'm just saying.
Did,
I'm looking through
And
the,
we will meet again soon
but I
to
don't
discuss
see,
it
I,
and to decide how we're gonna handle it. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I'm not seeing anything specific about a timeline.
when we
Other
adopted
than-
these, did we have an HR department?
yes.
Was she,
I don't
Kiana,
think
the HR person?
She was not, it was,
Vaughn?
It's gone.
Vaughn Barr.
Okay,
Yeah, because she set up all the interviews, she did all that.
okay.
If you
Yeah,
recall,
there
Mike,
was a,
Mike, if you recall, when
I'm
we
looking.
had a complaint before, we hired the person from another county to
We
investigate
did,
it.
after we had the HR people here look at it, and they recommended that.
Exactly, and that's
yeah.
what they
There is a-
recommended.
a
Yeah.
timeline we're
So
supposed to
all I'm
follow.
saying is, we don't wanna jump the
I'm not
gun
saying
and make
You're welcome to
decisions
read
yet
them. I told her and
until
see
we're
what she
able to
said,
read
but I
it
mean, so here's,
and consult
here's
with
the
HR
process. So there's
to
policy,
see what she
procedure, and
recommends
process.
the
So
proper
read
I
through the
think your
process.
next meeting,
That's
you need to
why,
have HR here.
that's why we hire her.
It's like
Yes.
5 days.
We
I
are
think
not
she needs to
HR
be here at the
people.
next meeting.
I
We're
don't
not
see
HR
anything
people,
saying that,
and we
though.
don't investigate.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the rest
That's
of
not.
it. So here's the rest of the policy, and I.
What do we think is a reasonable amount of time?
We'll have a meeting, this next week. How's that?
Okay.
Monday, maybe?
Yeah.
Let me see what place.
Do you see any, because I don't see anything in
Of
here
course,
that
Blake's
specifically
working now,
says a
so I
time.
don't know if he can make it.
I cannot meet the 31st.
Anyhow, I'll look at the schedule
Yeah.
and,
Well, if it measures
Because
a week
this
from
is
today,
specific.
do
We
it
have our
Tuesday.
monthly committee
Investigations and
meetings
then-
on the 10th. That's just 2 weeks.
Is there anything-
Or is that too long?
Well, you can take a look.
This is
You're
something
more
I
than
think we
welcome
need
look.
to,
All this stuff is just.
I think this next
Address.
week we ought to
You
get
can look
together
at it if you want
with
to.
HR.
Yeah, that's what,
I want
It
to
may
tell
not be.
y'all
I
something.
don't know.
yeah, I don't see anything.
My email has been blowing up the last few days from everybody wanting to talk to me about it. Everybody thinks they get to me first.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not talking to anybody about it.
Okay.
So if you get word from some of these commissioners that say, we can't get the county attorney to talk to us, that's correct. But it's not for the reason I'm lazy or don't
Yeah, I
want
know,
to.
but it's only proper.
That's an HR issue
Yeah.
right
It-
now.
It's
And
only
then I'll
proper.
assist her with legal questions she has. But I can't take sides in this thing.
No, I agree. And I think,
But there's, I will say this, and I said it a while ago, there are a lot of legs to this thing.
and if you recall, the other ones we had, nobody had a copy but you and Terry Ash.
That's right.
Nobody had a copy of it. Now, this is all out here, and who knows who's got a copy?
Well,
So it's not
Yeah, you may be
appropriate
right.
for this
We
to
might
be
have taken that out,
disseminated.
But I was almost
they're not gonna get a
positive it was
copy
in
from
there.
me,
but
but I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't
We had
see
so
any.
many days.
I can
But I
tell
will
you-
tell you,
I didn't see
I
anything about a
Oh,
time.
there it is.
emails, got one
Right.
today saying, I
Well,
need to
that's
see
for
you.
relief.
That's for relief of duty.
Yeah, that's
It's just
what I
not
was
gonna
thinking.
happen.
Okay,
This
yeah.
has been-
Oh, I
So
agree.
it's different, so,
I agree.
yeah.
All I'm
I have to
saying is,
represent the county, I
Yeah, I
represent
just
you
wanna,
folks.
I know,
I wanna be able
I
to
know.
actually.
so do we want to do
Yeah, I haven't
Tuesday,
read it.
the 1st,
Okay.
the first would be
August
good,
1st.
August 1st?
week from today?
How about August 1st?
Yeah, I'm out. I doubt I can meet on August 1st. I don't know what my day will be like. It's first day of school.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on one second.
I
I'm pulling
can't-
my calendar up.
I would
You
hate to
can't-
say
you
yes.
can't the
and
31st?
I could do the 31st probably.
You can't, Blake?
What's the date? My phone just
okay.
died.
What about the 2nd, Wednesday? That interferes with church, but
Wednesday is fine with me.
Need to make sure HR can be here.
Yeah.
I keep making
If we
sound
make
like
it
it's a big
early,
department,
how
it's
early
one
can we
person.
make it?
I would,
best I can be here is 5.
Okay, fine. Five's good. I think HR can be here fine. I'll talk to her. And,
Okay, so August 2nd at 5 o'clock?
is that Wednesday?
Is
Yes.
that, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I had it right. Okay.
can you be here?
And,
August 2nd,
Wednesday, August 2nd.
I should be up too.
and
5 p.m.
Okay. Do we need to make a motion or anything to set the next meeting, or? I don't
I
think
don't
we
think we
do.
need a motion for that.
Yeah.
You can call it, if something happens.
Yeah.
I'll call
Who all do we need to have present here besides HR?
HR, Mike, and us, I
But it'll
believe.
be an open meeting. Anybody can
It'll be
come
open
and
meeting? And then we decide how we're gonna handle it, correct?
Where you go from here, yes.
That's what I thought. Because right now, we received the complaint, unless we deem the complaint is not appropriate, based on it being released well before it got to you and me, it may be not appropriate for to have this complaint, because she didn't go through the proper procedures. She released it at 6 in the morning to certain people, and then at 2 in the afternoon to the people that should have gotten it. That's all I'm saying.
I got it this morning.
You got it this morning?
I got it this morning.
I didn't get it till 2 o'clock or later.
I don't, and I'm not aware of a procedure that somebody's supposed to take and who they can and can't notify.
Well,
I mean,
here's
you know,
the.
I don't, are you aware of anything HR protocol or?
No,
No,
I'm not.
here, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, she sent it out to you all at 6 o'clock in the morning. She sends it to me later, and maybe to Mike later, and well, it almost like, she sent it to you, it almost smacks of collusion. That she sends it to certain people, you gotta look at it, see if it's okay, and then I'll send it on.
You just used a pretty big word there, collusion. What do you mean?
Just what I said, you're colluding with certain people to get it, so you say, well, this is okay, and so you send it on now. Send it on to HR, because HR didn't get it till 2 o'clock either. So all I'm saying is, so she sent it out to certain people, it almost smacks of, well, I'm sending this, check it out, see if this is okay, and then I'll send it forward to someone else. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it is,
Yeah.
but it smacks of it. I'm just saying it just seems like that could have happened. I don't know that it happened, I doubt it, but some people looking at it could say, well, why did she send it to these people?
What's it matter, John? The complaint's the complaint. Doesn't matter who she
It
sent it to.
matters a lot.
So.
I think it also could be looked at a different way too. Instead
It
of
matters a
collusion, I
lot
think
if
it ought
you're-
to.
If you're coordinating
Well,
with
I'll
certain
tell you
people
what,
to
I'm
get a
offended
complaint.
that you have accused me of colluding.
I didn't
to do
accuse
this.
you, I said it seems like that could be construed to what that is.
Well, I'm offended by that and
Well,
I
I'm
don't
sorry you're
appreciate it.
offended, but
Because when somebody sends something to my email, I don't have control over that. I don't have control what comes into my email, John.
I didn't say you did, but she does.
But I don't have that control, so.
I didn't say you colluded,
know.
I'm just saying, she's sending it out to certain people.
And let me say
Well,
this,
I surely
while
didn't
we're getting
collude.
stuff out,
But she-
you better be real careful when we're talking about this complaint. And
I haven't even
I read
it.
one word about retaliation in here and
Bullying.
And bullying, and we got to be real careful about what's talked about and said.
Hey, I didn't say anything other than it was sent out inappropriately early on before it went to HR.
I don't think it's inappropriate.
I don't
mean,
think
she-
anything's
There's not
inappropriate.
there's not
I can't-
jurisdictions
I
on where
can't
she can
control
send it.
But I do agree with you, we probably need to adjourn.
Well, let me say this, what I think procedurally needs to happen. Call your meeting, have HR here, she will have had a few days to look at it and tell us where she thinks we should go. My gut hunch is that she's gonna say she needs more time to look at it because there is a heck of a lot in there. And we need to make sure we handle this absolutely properly.
Exactly.
And we can do that. But look, we can do that. And it's gonna have to be handled.
Because the last time the complaint came through, it got handled before it ever came to the committee. And I think that may be part of the reason why it only went to certain people.
I don't
No
know that
offense.
it got handled, wasn't it withdrawn?
It was
Who
withdrawn.
complained,
and
what complaint was that?
one of the judicial commissioners sent in a complaint. It went into
Who did it
HR.
get sent into?
To HR, and it never
But it
made it.
got-
How
to the
come we were
committee.
never notified?
Don't know.
It came out and then.
And I think that may be a
within 24
possibility of
hours,
why.
it was withdrawn, so therefore it went away. That's why it never came to the committee.
Did you know about it?
I only found out just before it got withdrawn, actually. I got called, then she called me later, said it's been withdrawn. But the complaints we had before were very secretive as far as what they said, so it wouldn't prejudice anybody one way or the other.
So you read the complaint?
Not this one.
No, the other one.
No, I didn't read it. I didn't read it. But anyhow, make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
The second at 5 o'clock.